22 handicap, looking to improve on the longer irons, as anything up to a 7 is okay, but past that, contact becomes inconsistent and you'll see more of a fade from left to right, as you can see up there on screen as well. So that is a fairly common theme. One other question on your setup, I'll get to that quickly before we get into this, but it won't be the traditional analysis. Flex of the knees is okay, push the butt out a little bit more, bend angle of the posture is fine. If you're going to work on your swing with all of these helpful tools and a launch monitor, it's important to get used to lining your feet relative to your target, because that will apply one-to-one on the golf course. If you practice aiming right of your target and you vary your clubs, varying how much stance you close up, you're never really going to be trusting where you're aiming out on the course. So you got an alignment rod, throw another one down by your feet, parallel up, and get yourself square. Okay. Now, the variance in results based on length of club can be explained through the lie angle or the general shaft plane line that I often draw in these videos. So in this case, looking down at the club, that's right around 59 degrees from the start, and we'll call it a 7 iron. It may or may not be. The camera angle will adjust what that lie angle actually is, but it is for the sake of argument right now. Secondly, a more upright lie angle here would be more like your pitching wedge and 9 iron. As you play this through, let's see that you take it away relative to your plane angle. Okay, face doesn't look too bad. Not much shoulder tilt, as you have to really peek your head over your shoulder to try to see the ball. Alleviating that would be just simply getting that left shoulder to tilt down and try to match one of those spine angle lines as well. But look at where your hands are at the top of this backswing. They perfectly line up to the more upright plane line. Now, that's not to say that you need to get your hands on the primary shaft plane on every swing, but the idea is the club likes to go from point A to point B, especially when your first move is strictly to rotate. You do not drop that club down at all, and the club does travel almost too perfectly right down that more upright line, and it's the reason why your pitching wedge is likely to go straight. You turn your hips early and swing on that 68-degree plane angle, and all is well for a short club. But the longer the club, you're now deviated 8 degrees over the top of your path, switch to a 5, and unless you've really adjusted your top position or transition to get away from that early rotation, you're going to be further and further over the top. And that kind of deviation in your plane angle will lead to poor contact and fades from left to right. So work on getting flatter as the clubs get longer, work on that stance and setup position, and again, plenty of details online to learn more about that. Sendaswing.com.